What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator 21. As you can see here, we're just finishing up on this awkwardly colored green 370Z. It's got the Nismo package, that's why it's got the red trim, but it's kind of awkward with the green paint. But you can pay attention up in the top right. We are level 5 now. I've done a lot of off-screen grinding. Probably spent about 2 hours or so grinding up off-screen to get to level 5. So we've made some purchases, if you want to call them that. We've bought some of the tools, the basic tools. So we just bought the fuel pressure meter, the electronic multimeter, the compression tester, and the tire thread gauge. Just because we can use those on every single car to get roughly 50 to 60, if not more, XP per car just by running those tests, which has sped up the process of ranking up. So now, if we go into our map, we have the Junkyard as a destination. So it does cost 5,000 credits to get there, I think, or 500 credits, not 5,000. I think I'm going to travel there, see if we can't find a car to buy, and I'm going to see if we can't flip a car for a little bit of profit. So let's go ahead and run over here. All right, and so here we are at the Junkyard. This is literally the first time I've been here. So we'll just take a look around, see if we can't find anything. Here's a car to start with. Very... Oh. Okay, so you have to buy the cars. So this one would cost us 7,000. So we can't buy that one per se. It's an old Impala. Can we get a forklift? We cannot. So this is like a Hyundai Tiburon. Can't buy that. There's a Nissan Skyline, or Rivian Starline is what this game calls it. There's an El Camino here. So we may have just wasted $500. I don't know if we'll be able to even buy any of these cars. It's 11 grand. Okay. $7,000. Yeah, I don't know that we'll be able to buy any of these cars. Never thought that I'd go to a junkyard and say that. Let's see. Ooh, old Crown Vic here. 12 grand, dang. All right. So not looking super great for us coming home with a car today, which is okay, I guess. I just didn't expect, is this an old Eclipse? 7 grand or 6.5, was it? Dang, I never would have thought that would have came to the junkyard and not at least left with something. So that's kind of unfortunate. What are you? Okay, we can buy this car. The question is, do we wanna? So it's missing 1 tire, 2 tire. It's missing 3 tires. So yeah, we're probably gonna pass on this one. Continue. All right. Oh, it was junk. Okay. So you can look through junk. Okay, looking through this last pile of junk. So this was a pretty disappointing trip, and we spent 500 credits to get here. So I guess we're gonna go back to the shop. I don't know. Okay, so here's how it comes. So we'd be spending $400 on those parts. I don't really want them. I was just kind of seeing how that went. So I'm gonna quit without parts. We're heading back to the garage. We actually have, since we're level 5, we have some perks or skill points to use. So as you can see, we have 5 available here. I think the screw speed is gonna be good for us. So I'm gonna get one of those. Kind of going through these, the perks here. We've got faster movement speed, ability to fix parts from group 1, increased chance of instant repair by 2%. We don't even have a workbench yet, so I don't know that we can do that. So fast hands increases screwing speed. Strong arms increased mounting / demounting speed. This one's probably going to be a big one. 5% discounts on, or discount on all parts you buy. And then Eagle Eye is cut time to examine a part by 0.05 seconds. So I don't know what this means by examine a part. You can see down here, we can reset this for 1,000 credits in the future. I think I'm gonna put 2 on, well, not 2, but I'm gonna use, or level this up twice and then get the discount as well. So we'll have a 5% discount. You can go all the way up to, okay, so never mind. I thought it was going up more. So parking alley cheaper by 50%. I don't know what that means by parking alley. I don't know if that's like an upgrade that you get or what, but nonetheless, you can get your screwing speed increased by up to 75%, which is pretty neat. You can obviously, you know, fix a lot of things here. You can get your movement speed faster. So that's not really that much. I thought it was a 25% increase there, but it's only 2%, so it only goes up to 7. Eagle Eye, I don't know what this does. I don't know what examining a part is, but I'm sure we'll find out. We do have these mystery crates that we can open as well before we start off. So if I go into my inventory here, we have 2 of these crates. So we're gonna open this one and see what we get here. All right, so we get to pick 2 cards. So we'll go that one. So we got 53 scrap, which I don't know what we do with yet. And a barn location map, okay. So let's go ahead and collect that. And we're gonna open another one, or open our other case. And we'll do the outside. So we got another case from the case, and we'll do the outside there. So 279 credits. Isn't bad. Let's open that case that we got. We're gonna go outside again, so 53 scrap and another case. Okay, we'll open this one now. I'm gonna go dead middle, so 250 credits, and far right, we got a bonus crate, so we just continue getting crates, which seems kind of weird. So far left, 175 and 27 scrap. Okay, so we made roughly 500-ish credits off of that and 133 scrap, so not too bad. So we're gonna continue on. We're gonna grab the Volson 2040, which is our next story order here. So we're gonna accept that and see what we can do here. So let's see. Got a big job, big job, at least a lot of parts. And then we're just changing out fluids essentially for the other task. So let's go ahead and star all these just so we know where they're at. Bam, 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 bam. Okay. And then let's go ahead and move it inside, and I'll show you exactly how we are using each of those tools that I had bought. So as easy as just going into additional tools, it's the same place that we get to the drain tool. Okay, so the engine can't be started. Interesting. So I wonder if we need to change that oil first. So here's the tire thread gauge, and it's just going through all 4 of the tires, and you know, there's the percentage of their health. So let's see here, electric multimeter. We'll go through the electronics of the car. You'll see the starter's bad, the alternator's bad, and we're getting 1 experience for every part that it examines. So that's really good. As you can see in the top left there, it's going through a ton of parts. So there's all the parts that it went through. You can see, you know, what's bad. Those probably are stuff that we're replacing anyway. Compression test, we can't do it yet because we can't start the engine. All right, and the car doesn't have an OBD port. So let's go ahead. Let me check my shopping list and get everything cleared off of that. We're gonna start taking this car apart and adding stuff to the shopping list as we go. Right, looks like we're gonna have to replace the radiator. So we are going to have to drain this because the radiator does have coolant in it. All right, so if we didn't drain it before we pulled it out, it would have given us a penalty because we would have spilt. So, all right, let's see what we have to have come off first. So that has to come off. Okay, so we gotta take the serpentine belt off down there, and then we can take the alternator off. Obviously, the alternator needs to be replaced. Okay, I think that's everything there that we need. I think. So, I need a new oil filter. We need a new starter. We have to get to that underneath. Get everything back here. Let's jump, or up here rather. See if we can't get this fuel pump. Yep, so we'll add that to the cart. And then we'll get this thing lifted into the sky. This thing's definitely seen better days. Alright, so take the drive shaft off because we're gonna have to get into transmission. Are we replacing the clutch? Have to check when we get in there. Okay, what's holding us up here? Oh, the starter. Okay, that makes sense, I suppose. Couldn't see it because it was on the other side. So take the gearbox off, being the transmission. All right, so we are replacing the clutch release bearing. And I think we're going to go deeper into this as well, because I still see some rust. Some WD-40 on that bolt. All right, and we're gonna have to replace the clutch plate. All right, I think it's all that we need to do there. So I think we've got our shopping list complete. Let's go ahead and drain the oil while we're here, because that's something that we need to do anyway. Use the equipment. go ahead and take that oil filter off. All right, so let's go shopping. All right, I'm done shopping. We're gonna start reassembling now. Let's go ahead and put our oil filter on, our new oil filter. And we'll go ahead and put our clutch and transmission back together. Definitely tell the upgrade in the screw speed. It's definitely noticeable. So that's good. Let's go ahead and put our fuel pump in while we're at the back. There we go. I think now we should be able to lower. Actually, let's put the starter on. I think we had to be underneath it to get that. So there we go. Now we should be able to lower it. So we need to get to some fuses as well before we're done with this. Let us move this out of the way before we crush it. Let's go ahead and see what fuses we need here. So add those to the cart. Go ahead and get them out of here. All right. Go ahead and buy these. I imagine that they'd be in the electronics shop. $28 for a fuse. Ugh, 30 there. Okay. Alright, and the fuses are now replaced. Let's go ahead and put man, the soundtrack in this game is just great. Alright, let's do these pieces here. Go ahead and put our timing belt. We need a new timing belt, huh? Let's go ahead and get that. I don't know if that was on the actual car list. Okay, it was. So let's go ahead and buy that. That's not going to be in electronics now, is it? That's okay. There we go. So we'll throw that on. Then we can put our belt tensioner on. And then we can put the timing cover back on. And at that point we can put this back on. I don't know that I added a radiator. Let me get that radiator real quick, because I know for sure that I did not add that. And while we're here, I'm just gonna go ahead and fill this radiator up before we forget. Oh, we need the water pump, okay. Let's go ahead and throw the alternator back on. The water pump goes next. This probably could have been done in any order, but crankshaft pulley. Put the serpentine belt there. Let's go ahead and replace that. I don't know that I bought one, but again, we're not trying to be some scumbag. I'm assuming that it was something that was supposed to be bought, or replaced rather. All right, and another serpentine belt. We need that one as well. Let's go and clear out our shopping list. All right, putting that serpentine belt on now. Let's go ahead and fill this radiator up with coolant before we forget. Now that we have the water pump on, I don't 100% know when to stop. Typically when it bends like that, I give it a second and then I stop it pouring. All right, so back to assembly. Let's see, which I don't know if we're just down to the spark plugs now. And then the ignition connection wires. And then we have to put some oil in it, obviously, because we did do a oil change while we were underneath. Alright, so again, just give it a second. With this, it's like we can actually check it. If I can find the dipstick. That's close enough to me. Alright, is that everything? Let's check it out. It's everything there. So we got that done. We got the change oil done. Still need to change the brake fluid, change the power steering, and refill the windshield wiper fluid. And we need to put the box, or the cover on the fuse box again. I'm glad I saw that. So let's go ahead and, yep. Sometimes the controls on this game seem a little wonky to me. All right, so we're gonna drain this and the power steering fluid. All right, and then we can come in and we're going to fill both of these up with new fluids. All right, and that should be all of the challenges, and it is. So you can see for doing the other task, these four being the fluids, we did get 543 credits, which is awesome. So for the story order, all you really had to do was all these. So just this right here. This was a bonus. These are the bonus task, but this is the task bonus, I believe. So before we let this person go, we're gonna do the fuel pressure test and the compression test real quick, just because we need to get as much XP as we can. This will just give us a few more points in the right direction, so that one only does 3. The compression test is probably only gonna do a handful as well, but alright, that one got us around 10 XP, not too bad. Alright, so at this point we're done. Again, we're gonna get $2,600. We did spend some money on this order, but obviously we made a profit. We're up to $6,400 at this point. We're pretty close to being level 6. So that's where we'll end this video though. I hope you guys did enjoy. Definitely let me know if you guys have any suggestions, or if you're liking the game and the playthrough. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. We'll see you in the next video.